today's video, I am going to be featuring this pineapple shaker bundle from scrapdivadesigns.com. I, of course, am in the Christmas in July mode, so I'm going to make it a Christmas pineapple. This is what it is going to look like. This is the little embellishment that I'm going to put on there, but I wanted to share with you how to put this together because it isn't, or at least for me, I had to look at the pieces and really figure it out because there's 3 pineapples. That's why it's called a bundle, because you get 3 different sizes. So you get this size right here. This one is the medium one, and let me see what this measures. So it is about 3 3/4 long. This is the larger one, and it's about 4.5 inches long. And then you also get a smaller one, and that one is about, oh, it's this one right here. It is about 3 inches. So there's 2, 4, 5 pieces to each pineapple. You get this piece right here that creates your shaker. You get this piece right here that's a solid piece, so this is what you would cut your acetate out of, and you layer that on there. You get this piece right here that layers on here on the body of the pineapple, and then you get these pieces that layer on the head of the pineapple, or the crown of the pineapple. So those are the 5 pieces. When I did mine, because all these pieces are, you know, come together, this one actually goes to the medium-sized shaker, and it was attached to the larger one because it, you know, they attach it based on how it fits. So I used the smaller piece to cut my little crown, and I actually like it. I like how it layers on top of this piece. You know, it's not the same length, and if I were to use this one, it would have been, you know, the same length, and it would just cover up like that. So I didn't use the correct one, so just be mindful of that. But it was a happy mistake because I like how it looks on here. You know, it's not covering it all up, so it looks pretty good. And then, so let me show you how it cuts out. So, you know, this is, oops, this piece right here cuts out like this yellow, all right there, and like this chipboard. And then the acetate piece that's sandwiched between my chipboard and my cardstock is a full piece. So you can see up here, it comes all the way to the top. So it cuts out all of the center, and it's the whole pineapple. It's going to be this whole piece right here. Okay. And then this layering piece, this is what it's going to look like. That's the body of the pineapple. And then you have these little pieces that you layer on the crown. And so it's these 2 pieces right here. This cuts out like that, and then this one cuts out like that. And you can see that the one I cut out is a lot smaller than the piece that should be used for this size of pineapple. But again, it was a happy mistake. I really like how it looks. So if I'm gonna cut it out with the pieces that I have, I would layer this piece on top of here and this piece on top of here, and then see how my yellow is still visible. And since I cut it out of chipboard, this piece right here that I layered on top of, I cut it out of chipboard. I didn't want that middle piece to be visible, so I went ahead and just grabbed a scrap piece of paper, you know, put my die on it, on that scrap piece of paper, ran it through, and cut out a crown so that all of the pieces are covered, right? And, you know, I would just layer this on top, layer all these pieces on top of each other, and I hope that makes sense. So like I said, if I were just to do it this way, then that base piece wasn't going to be covered. And so, I mean, as long as you use the same paper for your base piece, it really doesn't matter. But since I was using a chipboard, I did need to cover up that center. And so that's how I went about covering it up. Just cut a whole piece. I hope that makes sense to you. And then what else did I want to share about this shaker? I think that's it. Just to be mindful of the pieces, you know, put together all the large pieces, and then make sure that, you know, all the small pieces are together, all the medium pieces are together. So these are the small pieces. This one right here goes with the medium, and so on and so forth. And then this one is the smallest one, so that goes over here, and I hope that makes sense. But yeah, they all, you know, have a home. So there you go. Now let's put our little Christmas shaker together. Now that I've showed you all those pieces, there's actually a lot of pieces. There's like 15 pieces. There is 15 pieces because you get 5 for each size. So 5 for the large, 5 for the medium, and 5 for the small. Okay, so these are the only Christmas mixes I have. I haven't made any, so I'm going to use this in here. And I'm just going to fill it up with these little bits and pieces. I am in Christmas in July mode. I am hosting a hop along with 4 other YouTubers, and I'm super excited, so make sure to check that out. Our announcement videos is all that's gone up so far. I haven't started crafting for that hop yet. I plan to soon, but I'm getting in the Christmas spirit mode. So okay, so the thing about making shakers like these cake toppers that I've been making is that, you know, everything has to be kind of flat because there isn't really too much space for too much going on. So I've already put my pieces together. I created my sandwich, and I have a video that shows you how to create your sandwich, but basically I do chipboard, acetate, and then my cardstock on the other side. The acetate is sandwiched between the chipboard and my paper, and I do 2 and then put those together. And this, I am just going to add my bead of glue all the way around. I really need to figure out how to use foam for these because I make such a mess when I use foam, and my foam always stretches. I guess I'm not using the right kind of foam. So I need to figure out how to do that. I've been getting a little braver with shakers, but yeah, I haven't figured out the foam yet. So then you just layer this on here, try to sandwich that and put it on top of the other layer as best you can. I have stitching on here, so it's kind of hard because it makes it, the stitching makes it bulge a little, but it's doable. It's gonna look cute. And I did stitching on the crown as well. So, okay, so I have applied some pressure. I didn't do a really good job of layering it up, but that's okay. It's gonna work. It's gonna work out for us. And so this is what it looks like. Look at how pretty she is. Isn't she so cute? Look at how cute she is. And then in the back, I just have a solid piece. I didn't do all the leaves because I figure this is going to go attached to something, so it doesn't really matter what the back part looks like. I did do stitching, like I mentioned, on the crown, and so what I did is that I layered this on chipboard, and that makes it easy to stitch these little pieces of paper. It keeps your paper from ripping, so it's still, see, like it would have ripped right there, but because it had the chipboard on the back, it kind of held it together. So, and see how I'm missing a little piece right there? It's because, you know, the paper tends to tear. So it's a good idea to add some chipboard to the back of it if you're going to stitch something so small. And then I'm just going to add my little embellishment. I don't know if I should do it on foam squares or just glue it onto my pineapple. I think I'm just going to glue it on. Look how cute she is. I love her. I'm gonna add some glue right there and some glue right here, and we'll just add our little embellishment to this little shaker, and we have our little Christmas in July shaker. Isn't she so adorable? And then I added these little bells here because I figure you're gonna want to be shaking it up. And see how the sequin and this type of shaker kind of stays in place. It doesn't really move around. So it's so cute. Look at her. I love her. You need to check out this die set. I do have a code for you to use. It's Patty10. I will have that in the description box of this video for you to check out. Super cute. I'm loving all these Christmas in July shakers that I've been working on. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon.